Hour, chaos had taken hold of the gathered magi. Charon's betrayal had rocked them to the collective foundations. Worse, Charon's transformation had shocked many into inaction, disbelief. Questions flew like wildfire, but no answers came. In the wake of their defeated Marggoth, the beast tribes from the howling plains had begun to regroup, drums sounding, marching, smoldering ruins in their wake. Of good news, with the quelling of the rebellion in the east by Dunhelm, the warlords had come in force to answer Norrin's need. Ulric's summons to the old alliances had likewise proved successful. The elven nations had sent a small but powerful contingent. Antares had sent 2 legions of its finest warriors, and proud Teonia had mustered its cavalry, knights moving towards Norrin's capital. Ulric, at the forefront of his great army, marches toward the fields of Kelwinor to face the enemy.
It is a miracle we survived.
I am spent. It was all I had left to get us down alive. We must set about repairing this vessel that we may get airborne again.
The vessel is beyond repair. All of the shipwrights perished in the crash. It is a sad loss. I know this place. It is called the Mortynwood, an ancient and elemental forest. It would matter not whether you are spent or in full flush. The forest inhales magic like you and I breathe. It is a phoenix.
What were you expecting, elf girl?
The legends speak of you, but...
All true. The Black Wizard Zon bound us to these lands to serve him. Then, like all mortals, he died. His magic, however, did not. And here we have remained.
What can be done to break this spell?
There is a labyrinth. Its entrance is barred by 2 magical wards. Within you will find an orb. Destroy the orb, and you destroy the spell binding my kith and I.
True. We cannot afford to tarry here. We must get to Kelwinor at once. It is still some ways by foot.
To arms, men! To arms!
My lord.
I know. Sound a retreat, Captain. Retreat. Where? There.
How did you know?
It matters. Rally your men to you. Get them into the passage and down into the cavern below. Do it now.
My lord, where have you led us?
Away from certain death. We cannot go back. I have sealed that passage. So we must go forward. We will find our way. You are soldiers of Norrin. Never forget that.
Light, my lord. Honest.
What were
sunlight.
those creatures, High Lord? Why are they here, in Norrin?
They're not just alien to Norrin, Captain. They do not belong to our world. They come from elsewhere.
I do not understand.
Nor do I completely. At least not yet. In the obsidian tower, in the Forbidden Chamber, there is a stone, the heart of the void. It was there, it has always been there, from the time of Ruanon. I think there may be a connection to the stone and Charon's race.
The grace of the Holy See has smiled upon you, High Lord Ulric. You are well met indeed.
I would be well met indeed if you bring good tidings from your lord.
Good tidings indeed, noble-born. The general of the Antaran army awaits you, High Lord. The old oaths hold. The old alliance is recognized.
That is truly good news.
You were expected sooner, however. Our scouts have been looking for you since word of the attack at the Dragonfire Fields reached us. We feared you had been killed.
A common mistake. Yes, minor difficulties. Now tell me, what news from Antares?
My lord, my Hadrianus Legion under General Waltbear encountered a large horde of beasts not far from
Tyrannus Legion quickly.
Ah, it matters not what I wear, no. But I must in any case be a horse, as befits a war chief, don't you agree?
Yes, Eminence. A fine horse, of course. A good spring colt. Dappled gray.
Yes, grey by Aya's will. I think that would do nicely.
Eminence.
I am neither deaf nor blind, no.
Lord Inquisitor, I must introduce myself.
Ulrich Dore of Noran, High Lord of the Council of Mages, that scheming cabal of laughable old fools who call themselves wizards. You disproved the laughable part, however, to Marggoth.
I'm afraid you have me at a disadvantage, Inquisitor.
Of course I do. I am Belloc, the Emperor's viceroy in this matter and representative of the Holy Church. No matter of war may be prosecuted without the blessings of Aya.
I see. Well, Your Eminence, is it? I am here in recognition of the Old Alliance. Couriers have brought message of your legion, that you are harried by beasts hereabouts and in need.
General Haldmere commands the legions. He's the one who worries about such things, but I assure you, our legions are more than a match for a few undisciplined savages.
General Haldmere? Then why am I talking to you?
Why indeed? Our legions will run them to the ground, High Lord. We are no hirelings of Noran. We are warriors.
Hear me, my brothers. The time of men and elves is at an end. Go forth for your fathers and their fathers. Kill them all. Spare none. Slaughter every last one.
Eminence, the unbelievers, the beast horde have destroyed General Haldemir's encampment.
What? Impossible. Even that fool Haldmere should have been able to defend himself against a few kobolds and lizards.
Not a few, Eminence. Some thousands came at them. Haldmere fell in battle, pulled from his mount by a cohort of beasts. His head is tossed about in play as I rode hence.
Lord Inquisitor, this is grave news. This changes everything.
Of course it does, wizard. Continue!
Misfortunate attack. They are led by a war chief who calls himself Talon Rum. He is the leader.
Horde master or not, we press on. It was my fault for trusting Hadrianus' legions to Haldmere. He was a buffoon. Knight, send word. Antares will not break and run. Any soldier who leaves his post will be hung. Understood? Rally the commanders that yet live. I will deal with this person. Find me a dappled grey!
I was never one to take to foreigners, High Lord.
He isn't foreign, Captain. He's insane. Very well, men of North. Let us show these Antarans what it means to war against the Horde. We stand on a sword's edge. What lies before us will determine not just the outcome of this battle, of this campaign, but our very survival. Make no mistake. They do not come to conquer as they did during the Rage. They come to destroy. Let us send them back to hell.
It's a victory, but they continue to fight. Let them spend lives. Send forth the demon. Let them face the might of the old world. That will bring their spirits.
High Lord, the jackal escapes!
Be at peace, Finbara. He runs. We have broken their backs, as I knew we could. The day is ours. The day is ours, Inquisitor Belloc.
The army we just defeated was the heart of the invading horde. It was led by the Beast Lord himself, their horde master. This could turn the tide of the war.
You sound surprised, Captain. Of course we defeated them. Their leader ran like the coward I knew him to be. I thought the warlords of Noran had a greater stomach for battle.
High Lord, Inquisitor, I bring news from the borderlands.
My scouts have determined that the beasts have installed a forward base at the ruins of Marggoth. It has become the headquarters from which they are controlling the entire invasion.
Then our path is clear. We've come full circle. We must return to Marggoth and root them out.
We cannot march in force to Marggoth on such short notice, High Lord.
I have a device that may better serve us in this instance. The combined armies of Antares and Norrin will engage the beasts' flanks, hitting them hard and fast. In the confusion of a renewed attack, a smaller, more agile force can launch a surprise assault against the encampment at Marggoth.
There is some risk in your plan, noble lord.
There is a risk in all we do. This is war. If we run their horde master to ground at Marggoth, the beasts will withdraw from Norrin. Cut off the head.
Your plan has merit, Dunhelm of Marggoth. My knights agree with you.
Then we are decided. Let us make ready.
Well, Auric, we still have surprise on our side. They as yet do not know what we are about.
That much is true, but their numbers dwarf ours. We are still at some considerable disadvantage, especially so deep behind their forward lines. Defeating them utterly is our only way back, Dunhelm. It is not just this horde that troubles me. Karen, what of him and his kind? I fear a darker power guides events.
Then we shall face that as well. Besides, who wants to live forever? And who better to die with than the legendary Ulrich the Chaos Bringer? This time, try not to be under the castle when you bring it down.
You ask much of me, Dunhelm. There's nothing for it. Time to go.
Men of Norrin, the field of battle is ours. I have come home to Marggoth, and together we have cleansed it. Woe to the vanquished! We have won! As it began, so it ends. Here, on the lands of Marggoth. Scouts have been arriving from all quarters of Norrin. The beasts are withdrawing. Word of the fall of their leader spread like wildfire, and their spirits failed.
History seems to have repeated itself.
Eh?
The rage. It is the rage once more. Perhaps it is a cycle we are destined to repeat. It is not truly ended.
I don't understand.
The Beast King still lives. He slipped through our noose. They are wounded, severely wounded, as they were 70 years ago. But they will one day, sooner perhaps than we might wish, seek their revenge.
And we will answer them anew. Norrin will never live in fear of the Howling Plains.
The beasts are but a minor concern, my friend. There are still loose ends to this whole matter. I told you once, our enemy has yet to face us, not boldly in open battle. Rhiannon Flamebringer prophesied much of what has transpired, although I failed to recognize it clearly until my time in Vangarath's dungeons.
You speak in riddles, Ulrich.
Rhiannon built the obsidian tower of the Magi with his own great magic, under the guidance of the dwarves. The histories of my order say the tower was built around the Standing Stone, that it was there first. Rhiannon's writings speak of it as a gate, one that is bound by obscure means to an ancient and malevolent race. They were called Summoners by Rhiannon, although their real name seems lost. Rhiannon was said to have fought them personally, his great power to their dark magics. Karen precisely fit the accounts of those creatures. There were 3 prophecies. First, the moon will cover the sun, blanketing the land in a never-ending night. Second, all animals, be they beast of burden, cattle, or in the forest free, will become wild, driven to attack humans. Third, a never-seen storm will devastate Norrin's towns.
Legend, High Lord. Legend in children's tales. We ran the beasts from our lands. That is real. That is tangible. That is the true threat.
I think this is but a pause, a prelude, a taking of our measure. I think there are old accounts still to be settled.
There are still battles to be fought, Ulrich. But You have brought hope to us all. You have reforged the old alliance, awakened the old magic. We are not defenseless, whatever may come.
Perhaps you are right. It is the fate of wizards to be ever melancholy.